Hello everyone and welcome to another rapid fire review, this time for Immortals of Aveum. If you've ever wanted to play a game as a guy who awkwardly holds his right arm in front of him for like 12 to 20 hours, even when he's not shooting stuff, boy do I have a game for you. Man, Immortals of Aveum. Even the name makes me want to yawn. This game's got it all. There's a beginning. Then after that is the middle, and it has an end as well. Now, if I know you guys, you will be almost fully whelmed by its design. Perhaps even gruntled by its inclusions. In this glorious offering from EA, we follow... hold on, let me think. Well, we follow some dude, and he definitely has a personality. And it's a memorable one, too. And this dude has magical powers. He is the chosen one, a master of magic. All of the colors. There's a big hole in the world that's only getting bigger, and it's swallowing up cities and people and all that stuff. It's kind of like the Nothing from Never-Ending Story, only not interesting. The remaining factions in the world are all at war fighting each other. Generally making everything worse. Magic in this world comes in 3 different flavors: red, blue, and green. Now there's so much here to do, there's no time for silly names or schools of magic. Screw that. Magic is colors. And those colors come out of your fingers. You have magic fingers, and you will finger blast your enemies to death. Now for the colors, blue is the semi-auto-ish stuff. It's really guns. Like these are magic guns, but it's your fingers instead. So blue is semi-automatic guns. Green are machine guns and submachine guns, and red is a shotgun. You even do the Henry Cavill arm cocking thing to reload. There are also secondary abilities that come in colors that will solve a wide variety of situations for you. And then there's the mega rainbow death beam Care Bear stare thing that just absolutely obliterates everything. We're in the world called Placeholder, and our hero's name is Protagonist. And we've got red magic and blue magic and punch. And that's the level of thought that went into the writing of this game. The magic-based combat is literally and figuratively the bright spot of the game. Different weapon types, enemy immunities, secondary abilities, and a competent, but not great, movement system make playing the combat sections of the game feel fine. Hey! Hey! I'm talking to you!
It's like you won't see me.
Hey! Once the battles start, the explosions of colors and pixels will have you feel like Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather, the fairies from Sleeping Beauty, just blasting everything with color sprays and balls and explosions. The combat is vaguely reminiscent of better games, far better games. But ultimately here, this game falls short.
Well, that's locked off.
Doom music, yeah. Doom music and Doom movement. This is like almost Doom movement, but it's not as good. The movement in combat was never really as crisp. It was slower and clunkier. Moving in the world is just unsatisfying. Rocks you can stand on or jump over look just like rocks that you can't. We would think that there's secret paths to hidden upgrade materials or guns, and it was just always nothing. Speaking of, the loot and upgrade systems are also fine here. There are variations within the color systems to find a gun type of your preference. And then from there you can upgrade the specific weapon of choice. There's not a whole lot of information here, like with damage per second or anything, but basic math and you'll be able to figure it out. The problem is, like, you're getting a lot of these that aren't straight upgrades. They're like, hey, these numbers are different. It's like, yeah, but so the damage is double, but the fire rate is halved, which means it does the same DPS, and there's no DPS information on it. And so just like basic math is like all of these items are useless because they're all the same fucking item.
this one goes to 52.
Yeah. You know, if the guns, let's say that you're using a green gun and you're shooting a crab, like when you shoot crabs with green guns, they get like increased armor, and not just green guys need to shoot green, you know, you have to shoot green guys with a green gun. And they were more creative with like how the colors interacted and stuff, then maybe. But if we're halfway through the game and we've seen no creativity with the color system, I don't know. Could you imagine if like
I hate this game.
blue is just blue damage, but it's not like blue. You need to use blue to freeze them, and then green to shatter them. It's just blue does blue damage, and like that's the color system. The game ultimately feels like a tech demo, blown up into a full-priced game. The color splashing and magic systems are flashy. I mean, everything here looks great and plays well enough if you have the at least 2080 to meet its insanely high minimum requirements. The rest of the game just isn't as polished. The world is kind of boring, and the characters range from boring themselves to downright awful. The story and its twists are about as predictable as it comes, to the point of being groan-worthy.
It's a chase scene, but fight here first.
Is this the part where we figure out what we've known for the whole game? And not a single fucking person is surprised. And that's the other part, is like the story, not only is it bad, but it's so fucking predictable that I don't care.
Wishes were horses, beggars would ride.
What's a horse?
I don't know. Never seen one. Died out in the early parts of the war. That's what you're here about, right?
I don't need a horse.
No.
I like Western characters, I do. I like Western games, but it's so fucking weird when we're in like a fantasy world and there's a guy using French terms and then, wow, West.
Yeah, back in the
Rootin' tootin'
horses.
wizard shooting.
What are horses? I don't know. I heard.
Yeah.
Heard them in books.
The person who wrote this script didn't know what fucking setting we're in. The writing here is just bland. It's a generic magic system in a generic world with dollar store characters and second-grade remedial dialogue. We were so bored with everything presented here. And in my opinion, boring is the worst thing a game can be. I think other people are seeing it too. Maybe it's the insanely busy release schedule of 2023. It could have been its similarity to other failed games that came out this year. Could have been its system requirements, or maybe just the awful title turned people off. But player count on Steam was down to double digits within 2 weeks of release, and its all-time high player count is just over 750. This game is just a plain and dry turkey sandwich on old bread. It gets the job done, I guess, but not a single thing more. For $60, you deserve far better. And with some of the games that are out right now, you can pretty easily get better. I'm giving Immortals of Aveum a 4 out of 10. I think this game is below average. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this video. In the comments, instead of letting me know what you thought of this game, let me know what you thought about Baldur's Gate 3. I am way more interested in talking about that game, and I can't wait to forget about this one. If you crash the game,
Woo. That would have been bad.